Hi, I'm Liz from Caravan Insurance. In this video we're going to bring you some top tips for pegging out your awning in different ground conditions to get the most out of your investment. Your caravan or motorhome awning will normally come with a set of pegs which are usually plastic and skewer shapes, and these are ideal for pitching in soft grassy ground in calm weather. But we know that not every pitch has the perfect conditions for these standard pegs, and when on your caravan, camper van or motorhome travels you'll come across gravel, rocky, muddy, sandy, even snowy ground, as well as inclement weather. We're going to look at the different types of pegs and pitches and the importance of having a variety of different awning pegs to get your awning set up as secure as it can be. Our first tip is to make sure you're not packing too many pegs for your trip. It's worth asking the site owner before you travel what type of ground you'll be pitching up on so you can plan accordingly. So let's look at the variety of awning pegs available and the conditions that they're most suitable for. 8 great awning pegs to have in your collection are: first of all, skewer pegs. These metal pegs are best for pegging out your awning ground sheet or footprint and work well on firm soil. If used on awning guy lines, they can twist in windy weather, causing the line to shed or come loose. Make sure the peg is pushed down to the ground to avoid any trips. Second, ground sheet pegs. These are mushroom headed pegs and, as the name suggests, are great for your awning ground sheet or footprint if it's not built into the awning, as they'll lie flat to the ground. Stake style pegs should make up the vast majority of your peg collection and will handle most ground and wind conditions if you choose a variety of materials and profiles. Stake plastic pegs are great for medium to soft ground like this grassy pitch, and to peg down the side straps or guy lines along the side of your awning. Stake metal pegs tend to have a V or U-shaped profile, which means they won't rotate in the wind. These are great for hard stony ground where a plastic stake won't be able to cope. If you're pitching onto very soft muddy or sand ground, use longer pegs. Longer stake pegs are also good for use on the corner points of your awning. Spike pegs. These versatile pegs will cope with most ground conditions and are a good universal peg for securing your awning sidewalls. Tars and rock pegs. Similarly, for stony hard ground, as the name suggests, a rock peg is a good peg to use here. We've used these pegs on this shale pitch to peg down the corners. Screw pegs are often used on gravel hard standings. These are secured into place using an electric drill, perfect if you find it difficult hammering and bending down. There are also screw pegs that you can turn by hand. Delta pegs. These come in nylon, stainless steel or delta rock and are shaped like a number 7 so that the top piece lies flush with the ground with the guy line or strap attached to the end. Here we use the nylon delta pegs for when conditions are windy and to secure your storm straps or side straps. The delta stainless steel and rock pegs are better for hard rocky ground and will last for years. If ground conditions are very soft or sandy, a long stake peg would be better. Most awnings will have corner storm straps to provide extra tension for when the weather takes a turn for the worse. For storm straps, use a metal stake or delta pegs depending on the ground. These need to be secure as they take most of the force in the wind. Other top tips for pegging out your awning and looking after your awning pegs is making sure you use the correct mallet or hammer for the pegs. A good rule is to use plastic on plastic and metal on metal. Don't use your feet pushing your awning pegs even when ground conditions are soft, as they can easily pierce a soft shoe. Using a mallet will also help to achieve maximum holding power. Make sure before pitching up your awning that you clear the ground of any debris such as leaves and twigs. Always fully peg out your awning using all the pegging points, as you never know when the weather might turn. And don't just take one type of peg for every pegging point. Mix and match your pegs to suit the various conditions. Here you can see we have a shale pitch surrounded by grass. Some areas of the grass pitch are soft and other areas are very rocky underneath, so we've used a combination of plastic stake pegs, spike pegs, rock pegs and delta pegs. Hammer stakes and pegs to the ground at around a 45-degree angle for maximum security and with the hook away from the awning. Make sure the awning panels are nice and tight, as well as the awning straps. Where a panel meets the main part of the awning, you can cross over the pegging points for extra tension. Once your awning is fully pegged out, make sure the panels and roof are taut, and if necessary, re-peg those points. Weak pegs can also be strengthened in windy conditions by cross-pegging. This is where a second peg is driven in at right angles to the main peg. Its head crosses over the main peg to help prevent the wind from ripping it out of the earth. In extreme conditions, a third peg can also be driven in from the other side to provide even more resistance. When taking down your awning, always use a peg extractor to remove your awning pegs, as this will make the job far easier and prevent any accidents or damage to your pegs. Remember to clean your pegs before you pack them away or when you get home to keep them in a good condition. It's a good idea to store them separately from your awning so they don't damage the fabric, but make sure you don't forget to pack them. These handy peg boxes are great for this. And don't forget, Caravan Guard's motorhome and caravan insurance policies will pay for damage to your awning or leisure vehicle, but setting up and securing your awning correctly will help to protect it from unnecessary damage. So there you go, we hope you found this video useful and you can now get the perfect pitch and secure your awning whatever the conditions you're faced with. You can also watch our video on setting up your awning for maximum strength by going to the link above. Please like and share our video, and for more hints and tips, why not head on over to the Caravan Guard website. Thanks for watching.